Who's that guy?
I am so sorry I'm late, guys. I had a nightmare journey getting here. Taxi driver got lost. There's just never enough time, and obviously that's so stressful, right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Aimee from We Buy Any Car, Josh from Markettiers. Aimee, We Buy Any Car, a car selling website. I understand you've done a study about stress and a lack of time.
Yeah.
What's that all about?
Well, obviously, our proposition is all about valuing your time, value my time. In modern day life, we are under so much pressure to fit in everything. If you're a working mum, if you're a parent on the run, you've got the school run, you've got work, you've got tea to make, you've got shopping to do, the laundry. We are under a lot of pressure.
Of course.
And obviously, we're here to take some of that pressure away. We're a convenient service. You can sell your car on your lunch hour, you can sell your car same day. And if you're interested in money, we actually say in our advertising, go and sell somewhere else. You may not get the most money, but if it's time that you value the most, that's really what we're there for, to take away some of that stress.
And absolutely, the headline for the study is 60% of Brits feel like they have a lack of free time.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting because actually the more stressed you get, the less likely you are to do the things that fill your life with joy.
Yeah.
And that lack of free time for me is more of a perception rather than a reality. And I think this is one of the things that I found most interesting about this study. And Josh, tell me, do you have a lack of free time? Are you one of those 60%?
No, I don't think I am. No, I think I'm relatively chill when it comes to free time, and I value my time more than I value money and trying to sell things. So for me, it's about getting the best out of my time.
Now, one of the things I've come to learn recently, Y-Gen or the millennials or the switched on culture generation, whatever you want to label them, they have very different drivers and motivations. And Josh, you looks like you fit into Y-Gen. You might not, but you kind of look like you fit into that. Where a lot of
Not me.
sorry, Aimee. Sounds like you're more of my generation, but I'm not that old. Don't turn on the guy with the pink jacket. But the point I'm making is that their drivers and motivators are different. When they're looking for a job, it's not necessarily the job that's going to pay them the most money, but the one where they feel valued, where they feel they're contributing or a part of something. Yeah. So the fact is that we're getting to the point in society where money is less valuable than the time that we have. So again, this is where what you're talking about actually makes absolute sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about reclaiming the time that you can potentially save. So whether it's shopping online, getting your food delivered, getting an Uber like we did today, using a service like We Buy Any Cars, because where you can not necessarily cut corners, but save that time and maybe spend it doing other things. Spending it with people that you love, doing a hobby, doing a bit of yoga, exercising. It's those little things, because time is really precious. We only have a certain amount, so don't waste it. Don't waste those moments. Use convenient services. Use the things that are there to save you time, because you really can't put a price on that.
Absolutely, and from our perspective, we've always talked about time management being a stress management technique. When you get overwhelmed with time and you don't feel you've got enough time to get everything done, like let's say, I've only got 2 more minutes and I've got my next interview lined up and I've got to get out of here, and if I don't say all of these things then everyone's going to be really upset, and Josh is going to be like, you haven't covered everything we need to talk about, and you're going to walk away feeling really upset. And if I start opening this dialogue in my head and putting this perceived pressure on myself because I'm working against the clock, I'm going to get stressed. And the more stressed I get, the less I'm able to get done in the time I've got available, because in that 2 minutes, if I've got this dialogue going in my head, I'm actually less equipped to do what I need to do. So I think the two go hand in hand. You cannot manage time without managing your stress, and you cannot manage your stress unless you're looking at your time.
Yeah.
And given the fact that I know that you guys have travelled down from Manchester, and Josh, you work in PR, you're constantly working against deadlines and pressures, and you've got people expecting things to happen at certain by certain deadlines. How do you cope with the time pressures associated with the challenges you face on a daily basis, given the fact that you seem like a very chilled out character?
It's all underneath. It's all bubbling underneath. So you just keep on top of everything, little by little each day. I think that's the main thing. It's keeping on top of everything, but not sacrificing your own time and not sacrificing the things that matter to you outside of just having a to-do list.
And it's all about managing, having a to-do list, maybe doing one job at a time, like you said in an earlier interview. Just maybe prepping your lunch the night before, so that it's one less job to do in the morning. Maybe not hitting snooze button and going to work a bit earlier. Just those really small things can really take the edge off sometimes, especially if you're a stressed character.
Like the research says, I would pay more money. I would pay if I could to buy an hour each day to add a little bit more to each day.
How much would you pay for an hour, Josh?
I think I would pay on average about 25 quid a day.
25 quid a
I
day?
think so.
Yeah, I think that's a fair price.
Yeah.
25 quid?
Yeah.
I thought about this when I read the study. How much would I pay for an extra hour? There are days I would easily give £1,000 for an extra hour.
Yeah.
Because actually, and this is one of those things that, you know, I have a gardener, I have a cleaning lady, I have someone that comes around to do my fish tank. And people are like, you've got like an army of kind of household help. That must cost you a fortune. And I was thinking to myself, the money that I spend on people kind of do those jobs in my house, how can I utilise that time for myself? Whether that's productively for work-related activities or for my own health and well-being. And actually, there are so many ways of being able to reclaim time. And actually, as you so rightly said, that when you get to that position where you are still doing the things that are going to, you know, enhance your well-being, put a smile on your face, allow you to feel more relaxed, give you time back with your loved ones. And you know, recent experiences really reminded me how fragile life is, and those moments you have with your loved ones, that can be taken away from you like that. And don't ever live with regrets.
You can't pay for memories. You can't
Absolutely.
pay for those experiences. So it's all about, you know, am I going to spend my Sunday selling my car privately and potentially not getting that sale, or am I just going to get rid of my car? I'm going to go off to the pub with my mates and have a great, you know, it's that sort of thing. So you definitely put some perspective on that, I think.
Wonderful. So one of the things that we've put together is just to help people to get a better handle on where they are and how their stress levels are, is we put a free stress test together, which is on our website, which is www.stress.org.uk. You can check that out, absolutely free of charge. But I also understand your reports online as well.
Yeah,
where can
obviously,
find that?
just go to webuyanycar.com. We've got a whole hub of news and bits and pieces under there, so people can share it, tweet it, follow us as well at WeBuyAnyCar, and just engage with us on social and tell us about their stress experiences, their battles with time management. I think it's something that everyone can relate to in some form or another, whether they're stressed or not.
Fantastic. Lovely talking to you guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Neil.